In this edition of UTA Spotlight, we take a look at the rising number of coyote sightings on campus.
Also, a partial solar eclipse brings people together at the UTA Planetarium.
And we catch up with some student supporters at last week's Pink Out volleyball game. UTA Spotlight starts now.
Welcome to UTA Spotlight, where we bring UTA highlights to you. I'm Daniel Castagna.
And I'm Mia Medine. Thank you for joining us. Arlington City Council has passed new laws allowing usage of e-scooters and e-bikes on campus. And what that means for students, Maverick Media reporter Shanice Inge has the story.
In a development for both the City of Arlington and the University of Texas at Arlington, the City Council recently passed an ordinance allowing UTA to rent out micro-mobility devices to its students. This aims to enhance transportation options and promote sustainability within limited parts of the city and the UTA campus. The program will provide students with access to a fleet of electronic scooters, bicycles, and manual scooters or bikes. This can help reduce the reliance on cars and aid students in getting around campus more efficiently. To gauge UTA students' opinions and experiences on this matter, Jesse Gerald, a junior, and Daniel Sosa, a sophomore, spoke about their thoughts on the ordinance approval and the upcoming rentable micromobility options for students.
I've had my bike for years. I didn't have to spend any money on mine. But if other people didn't have to spend money either, by all means.
Not every student can afford to have a car to travel around the city. Students are able to rent out bikes and other modes of transportation. The city a lot easier rather than having to walk. There are students around campus who have their own bikes and scooters and skateboards. This is going to also give them a chance to try out new activities and make new friends.
They believe that will help aid other students in getting around campus easier, but did have some concerns with safety regulations and how other students may treat the rented items. We talked to fellow students Alexandra Rodriguez on this matter.
Hazards would still be on campus, so I wouldn't want to see somebody getting run into or falling off the scooter, because I can see how bad that's been in the past, but still a cool idea, just maybe not on the sidewalks.
They overall are excited and feel it will help fellow students meet their personal and academic needs. Shawnee Singe, UTA News.
Students should be aware that usage of micromobility devices is not allowed from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Recent coyote sightings have disrupted student activity across campus, including a UTA sports team practice here. Here's more from UTA News reporter Haley Yates.
He gets kind of closer, that's not a dog, that's a coyote.
Students at the University of Texas at Arlington have come across coyotes on campus. They were typically seen on the west side where the tennis courts are located. These encounters have affected the students and have caused them to find ways to avoid the coyotes.
I prevented turning on the lights because the coyotes are usually attracted to anything that has light source.
Although the encounters aren't consistent, UTA's police department is prepared as they give more information on what to do if a coyote is spotted.
With coyote or any animal, like I said, we'll typically respond, try to see if there's anything we can do, or contact Animal Services, City of Arlington Animal Services to assist.
This student tells us about her own experience with the animal.
So we turn around and we see people running, full speed sprinting to the commons from the MAC, and I'm like, what is happening? He just stood there, and then someone started screaming again, and he booked it after them.
The situation has also affected an entire club.
It affected the tennis club by altering their practice hours, so they're not getting their adequate amount of practice in terms of for competitions and such.
This is what a student recommends in order to not provoke a coyote.
Stand there and stay still and don't react to it, because if you react, it's going to react to you and it's going to terrorize you.
Haley Yates, UTA News.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea there was that many coyotes out there.
Yeah, it seems so scary to me when I might be in the dark.
I know, I didn't even think about the dark. Overseas, the Israel-Hamas conflict continues to escalate after a surprise attack launched by Hamas. On October 7, Hamas stormed communities in South Israel attending a music festival, and Israel has since responded by bombing and seizing Gaza. Biden has announced $100 million in humanitarian aid to Gaza. and visit Israel to show America's support. In the DFW Metroplex, hundreds gathered to show support for both Palestinian and Israel. Here's ASN reporter Ward Sakik, who was on the scene during a protest in support of Gaza.
In response to 75 years of occupation, on October 7th, Palestinian group Hamas launched an attack on Israel known as the Operation Al-Aqsa Flood. The wall that enclosed 2.3 million people was destroyed.
Pro-Palestinian supporters are rallying against the oppression of its people and advocating for Palestinians' rights to freedom against Israeli occupations.
As the Israeli blockade prevents basic supplies such as water, food, and electricity from reaching the people, paramedics have also been attacked while attempting to help the wounded. The people of Gaza are struggling to survive, and the humanitarian crisis is only getting worse.
Can anyone really be okay with what's going on over there? You know, I've lost family members, but it feels like they're all lost at this point. They feel like they've already died. They are writing their names down on their hands if their bodies are being found.
Many people have not followed the conflict prior to October 7th, but it is important to understand that the current violence can be traced back to decades.
The main frustration that we have is that this did not start a week or two ago. This is a 75-year aggressive, expanding occupation. And we're here to speak against that and to insist that if you're going to speak about human life and about civilian casualties, then whether it's a Ukrainian child or a Palestinian child or an Israeli child or an American child or whatever it is, if all children are supposed to matter the same way, then why are our children not being given the same humanity in the media today?
Ward Sakik, Arlington Sentinel News.
To support, visit icrc.org to donate. Let's check in with UTA volleyball now.
Hey Mavericks, I'm Hannah Lazar. Let's talk about sports. As the volleyball season nears its end, Maverick Media's reporter Alan Mancias asked supporters how they feel about UTA's performance.
One more time. UTA Mavericks.
Tonight is Pink Out Night at College Park Center. Your Lady Mavs are facing off against Abilene Christian University. Currently, your Mavs stand at 14-5. What made you come out to the Pink Out game tonight?
Just to support the volleyball team. They've been doing great. So just really come support them and everything they've been doing.
I like to support the school and I like to bring more Maverick spirit and just to support them coming out.
What do you like about volleyball?
I enjoy watching the girls. They're so tall. It's crazy how tall they are. And I also enjoy getting to be a part of the UTA saloon that we got this year.
What do you like about the volleyball games?
We're winning, you know, we're building a good culture here, so go Mavs.
Honestly, our players are kind of gassed. Like, they're really good. This is my first time, so I didn't know what to expect, but they're, like, really good. I'm impressed, honestly.
How do you feel about the season so far?
I mean, they're doing pretty good. I've only come to, like, 3 games, but they've won every single game I've come to, so, I mean, I enjoy the environment and them winning.
Maybe he's the lucky charm.
You can stay up to date with UTA Volleyball by visiting utamavs.com or by following them on Instagram and X at UTAMavsVB. The next game is Monday at 6 p.m. at College Park. Back to you, Daniel.
Thanks for that volleyball update, Hannah. Now let's talk about the exciting world of astronomy. The planetarium at UTA hosted a sunblock party October 14th for the partial annular eclipse, which occurs when the moon passes directly between the Earth and Sun, leaving just the outer edges of the sun visible. People of all ages gathered to experience the event together. The planetarium at UTA is one of the largest in Texas, right here in Arlington, and a great spot to experience the upcoming total solar eclipse happening April 8th, 2024. And that was just a preview for what's to come. Visit nasa.gov for more information.
That's all we have for you today for this edition of UTA Spotlight. To stay up to date with us, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X at MavMediaUTA.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a highlight again. I'm Daniel Castagna.
And I'm Mia Medine. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next time.